From the shadows of the coven to the lips of the living, VE Cosmetics conjures up a beauty so good, it must be witchcraft. Vegan and cruelty-free for those who walk between the worlds. VE Cosmetics. Grab a discount with my affiliate code BELLWITCH at the checkout. BELLWITCH, all one word, for a 10% discount on your entire order. And a little tip for this witch. Now then, witches and beautiful souls, welcome back to the second half of Liz Dean's interview, talking about her fantastic new deck, the Heart's Path Tarot, which will be out at the end of this month. This segment is about what inspired her and how people can break into tarot reading, intuition and all that. This episode is 99. Can you believe 99? Wow. Meaning the next episode will be the big 100. I have been thinking non-stop what to do for this. Thought maybe I could do a poetry special or perhaps a run through of the podcast, kind of like a summary reflection of how far it's come. There is more than 100 episodes on the feed. However, this benchmarks 100 full episodes. That is Moot Loot or Solitary Witch episodes, as opposed to the bonus ones where people sent me scripts or the Yorkshire Ghost Tours send me files for me to create a charming bonus episode. I honestly can't believe that I'm still here. And I've changed a lot and the setup has changed and I'm working hard on becoming more rigid in what I talk about and not blabber so much, unless you like the blabber. I mean, I can always bring the blabber back. But mostly I'm proud that it's a community-driven podcast that I'm slowly building around me in the form of a Discord and a Patreon and talking to people who message me directly or leave me ratings and reviews, which of course I really appreciate. And I'm still looking for that shiny trophy as I've applied for 5 categories in the Independent Podcast Awards. Let me win, I want a trophy! And also 1 category in Women Who Podcast, in which the podcast was recently featured in their online magazine, which was a lovely little achievement. So thank you for being on this journey with me from the beginning. Those of you who supported me right from the very beginning when I didn't know what I was doing. And those of you who have recently found the Bell Witch and binged. Those people who have reached out and said, how have I just found you? And to those people who leave me ratings and reviews and talk about me in real life and online, in Reddit, in Discord, every single one of you for supporting me. I see you and I value you. All these lovely interactions are what I make the Bell Witch podcast for. Right, thank you for coming to my speech. Enjoy the second half of the Moot Loot interview with the lovely Liz Dean. When you're designing them, do you relate to the artist what you see in your mind's eye and they draw it for you?
Yes, I write down everything that I feel about it, the colours, the symbols, and then she came up with just beautiful sketches so that I could see how it was working for her. And then she uses watercolours because you can see, like on the Fool, you see this lovely layering of the watercolour. And then she presents them all as paintings. And then we look at them. Yeah, and then it just comes together over quite a long period of time. Kat, I think you're amazing. She's just created something really beautiful. Yeah, but I love working
Gorgeous.
with other creatives because something new comes in. If it was just me, you wouldn't have anyone who would respond to you in that way. As a writer, it's difficult when you're just on your own all day. Maybe I should start doing a podcast because then I get to talk to more people
It's one of
during the
my
time.
questions. That was my question.
That was it.
I was going to say, do you have a podcast? You just answered it. You should totally get one. This is your sign.
Yeah, well, I can get proper headphones and everything. The only thing is, when I'm reading, I do a lot of my readings online. I can't use headphones. I tried, and when the screen comes up before we connected, the software program pops up a little message saying, "Oh, it's better if you have headphones." And I thought, I hope this is going to be okay because I can't put headphones in when I'm reading cards. There's something that happens with energetically, yeah, which is odd. And also, I don't read for people on the phone. For me, it has to be voice and image. So maybe I'll do a podcast where you can see people as well. That's probably not called a podcast. It's probably called something else.
It is. No, it is. It is. Yeah, it's just a video one. This will go on the Patreon as a video podcast.
Oh, does it? Okay. I'm glad I brushed my hair.
Keep meaning to tell people and I forget.
Yeah, working with other people. I think you're right. It's like, I think it's a privilege to be able to work with other people on projects. And I missed that when I was in publishing. We were on a desk and everyone was doing similar kind of work. We were coming up with book ideas and you could bounce things backwards and forwards. And it's different now. So I have different sort of friend groups that are maybe doing similar kind of projects, and we have a bit of a chat now and again. But still, when I'm writing, I have to be on my own to do it.
Out of all the cards in that deck, what is like your ultimate favourite?
I call it 8 of Cats, okay? Because that's basically what it is. 8 of Cats. It's 8 of Wands. And now you can hear me probably going through each card. Just because it will be the card at the bottom of the deck. Of course it will be.
Boss. Yes.
Because that's what right. So I'm going to start from the bottom, just in case come on, 8 of Cats, where are you? I'll start describing it anyway. In the traditional 8 of Wands card, you have 8 wands and they're all in bud. And they're flying through the air and they're slightly pointed downwards as if they're about to land. And the meaning of the card is all about communication and events speeding up and great, fast, exciting energy. And here it is, I found it. So I have 8 cats flying on broomsticks or besoms. And I just love them. Each cat is different. Each has got a different personality and a different kind of, colouring. And I just wanted to bring that into the deck because it's lovely to have something that feels light. With the 7 of Cups, I have 7 jellyfish in goblets under the sea, so there are 2 cards like this. And I'd say that is my favourite card.
That's so witchy.
Yeah, I'm a cat lover. It's like, that is just so me. I love that. It means I have other cards that are inspired by other things as well. Like folklore, I've got the 8 of Cups, which is the Selkie, story of the Selkie woman. And when she decides she's going to leave her husband and her worldly life and go back to find her tribe, her kindred of other Selkies in the sea. And there she is putting her Selkie skin back on, given that her husband had burnt it or hidden it, I think, for years, and she refines her skin, so she rediscovers herself. So that really goes beautifully with the meaning of the 8 of Cups, of finding the right time to come back to you and to move on. So sometimes it was like an animal that inspired the card. Sometimes it was a tale. Sometimes it was just that I found like an affinity with an animal that really chimed with the card meaning. So with the Knight of Swords, which is all about drama, and he's there with the sword slashing the clouds and causing disruption, I really wanted the Snow Tiger, because that for me felt like the Knight of Swords. And I've got some broken eggs there, saying it's like sometimes you have to break some eggs to do the thing you need to do. It can be seen in any lens, really, whether negative, positive. But I just love this big snow tiger. And that's why the card on the front of the deck, the moon card, I also wanted a tiger and a cat there to show the domestic and the wild side of ourselves. So on the Rider-Waite-Smith card, you have a wolf and a dog, the wild and the domestic. So it was interpreting the cards in a way that made sense to me, using symbols that I love and hopefully other people will really resonate with too. I can't remember what you asked me now. Maybe that was it. I think it was ideas for cards, wasn't it? And how we put them together. Yeah.
Do you use tarot every day, would you say?
Yes, I
Yeah,
do.
easy.
Yes, because I'm usually writing a book on it. So I'm designing spreads. I'm sometimes doing a card of the day on Instagram. I'm reading for myself. I'm reading for other people. So it's with me all the time. It's my longest companion. It's my longest relationship, apart from family relationships. So I must have been reading cards since 27 years now. I know I'm really only 25. I began before I was born. But yes, I am that old. And yes, I embrace that wisdom. It's like we get older, we have to feel good about it. Especially in this, women, older readers are respected. You go to tarot conferences, there's that respect of the knowledge. And I have people I look up to, people like Rachel Pollack, who's sadly passed now, and Mary K. Greer, Benny Bowen, other people that I think are fantastically knowledgeable. And we all need people to learn from. And when I teach, I hope I can share something that is useful for people in their practice going forward. So yeah, I've been reading a long time. They're my companion.
You read the reverse as well when you're doing a spread?
Well, I didn't used to, because I always saw the reversed within the upright image. I always saw the shadow within it, so I didn't feel the need to look at reversals. But circling back to how we began talking about things that you did earlier on in your kind of creative practice, and now beginning to research reversals and see them in a different way and think, can we approach them? Because if we can get our head around reversals, then you've just unlocked another 78 card meanings. Because at the moment you just think, oh, that means that's bad, that's worse. That's good, that's not good. But when you go back to a Taylor Eliot, one of the earliest cartomancers in the 1700s, and he defined the first ideas about reverse cards, his reverse meanings and his first cards were not opposites. They weren't always bad. A good woman would be the upright meaning, and the reverse would be a walk in the country. It would be like completely random. Then you'd have one that was night, one that was day, and you think, okay, I get that. And then another one would be something like a widow, and then the reversed meaning would be something like honour. It didn't even fall into particular categories that were understandable. So I've been looking into that, and Taylor saw these reverse meanings as secondary meanings rather than opposite. Just because a card's reversed doesn't mean the meaning of the card is reversed. Most of the time it's a magnified negative. Anyway, this is where I am today with thinking about reversals. So that's the great thing with tarot. There's always, even after all these years, there's always something new. I'm thinking, oh, wow, I could really understand that. And that will show me something that I can then share and see what someone else thinks.
For the deck.
Oh,
that's the thing I've started
the hidden
doing
thing,
like that.
The hidden current underneath. Yeah. And I designed a nice little shadow spread as well. This is a 5-card one that students really like. But yeah, I like doing that. Yeah, what's underneath this? I also like doing the quintessence. Do you do that one? Which a friend of mine taught me years ago. You add up the numbers in your spread, on the cards in your spread. So court cards, they don't have a number for these purposes. So ace is 1, ace through 10, and then you've got your numbers on your major arcana. So say if, let's just do it. I'm just going to pull 3 cards. This isn't a reading. This is just for numbers. Random. Okay. I've just put, you can tell, right? I haven't really shuffled the deck on this one. 3 of swords, 2, the high priestess, ace of swords, right? We add up. So there's what ace is 1, 2, that's 6, right? That number 6 gives me the lovers in the major arcana. So that's another way of accessing something hidden. It's the quintessence. It's the 5th element. This is the spirit. What is your spirit telling you? What is the call? And that lover's card for me is that you're about to make a really important decision about something. That decision is upon you, and it's going to be future. It's not what's going to make your life easier tomorrow. It's going to be something that requires a real kind of deep understanding and a lot of thought. And it's great because you're empowered to make this choice. So you see, with just those 3 cards, you've then given yourself a 4-card reading. And then if you look at the base card on the deck, what's hidden, you've got your 5.
It keeps giving.
It does keep giving, and I like finding creative ways to work with the cards like that, different spreads, so that we get out of routine. It's so easy just to keep, right, I just do 3 cards, I do that, past, present, future. It's like, no, create your own. And out in my courses, I get people to create their own spreads, and then we all share them. And it's great, because that's where you get your, as soon as you get your creative impulse happening, then that works with your intuition. Imagination is a part of intuition. And when you speak to people who are a bit kind of anti-tarot, or they don't get it, and that's fine. But they go about, oh, isn't it just your imagination? It's like there's no just about it. Just really, original meaning of just is precisely. It is precisely your imagination. And you need to imagine, it's to imagine the bowl in which you'll receive, and then you can do that. Spirit, your intuition comes in and puts a message in the bowl. But you have to imagine the bowl first. So you have to be, or you have to, but ideally you're in that space, that intuitive space. And I can feel it in my solar plexus when I'm open there, in the chakra points. And something will come in. You will get an intuitive flash, and it will come without any emotion, any particular charge. It will just, you'll see it, you'll feel it, you'll know it, you'll hear it, depending on how you get information. I think that's really important, to be able to be creative, and that's what the cards offer us, and to use our imagination. Because all of these cards are born from imagination. We're using the symbols, right, that we get, and that's our inherited wisdom from all of the deck creators, from all of the hundreds of years that have gone before. We honour that, bringing those symbols in, and then saying, what can they give us today in this moment? And it can give you some really special messages.
How do you receive that information when you do a reading? Is it a thought, or do you physically see things or feel things?
I think it's a bit of everything, actually. I think it's a bit of everything, yeah. And it happens so fast, it's quite hard to get a hold of it, you know, and actually say, how did that come in? It's like, you know, people who are brilliant chefs and cooks, they don't follow recipes to they just put it in and it happens. And if you said to them, hang on, exactly how many tablespoons of flour did you put in there? They'll go, I don't know, I just did it by eye, I did it by feel. And I think it's a bit like that, but I'm definitely visual. So it's definitely something that I see. It's like a little film. And other times I'll hear a word as well. If it's spirit presence, for me that comes on my skin, so I'll get a tingle. And I think it's a great journey just getting to know yourself through your senses, because you'll be told through your senses when you can open yourself up to that, open up your channel, allow your sensitivity. And being in nature for me really helps your sensitivity, I think. When you find that you're talking to trees and you're looking and divining in nature and you're part of the conversation that is nature, you're not just a visitor, then that is another way of really appreciating and working with your senses. And the more you heighten your senses and see them as valuable, the more information you get. I think a lot of the time we can be really pressed down. And don't think about that. Don't see that. Oh, why are you looking out the window daydreaming? That is valuable. That is a thing. You should
It's
focus
massively
on this.
valuable.
It is, isn't it? And it's how we can just be able to live your life in a way that is authentic, that's right for you. I think it's great when you're using your sensitivity and when you're using it to benefit other people. That's when you just feel so good, because you think, this is what part of the reason I'm here is to do that. And then you teach that to other people about themselves, and then they teach it to somebody else. And it's like, no, those feelings are good. Go with the feeling. It brings in so much, and especially in nature, taking these cards out into nature this summer. I can't wait, because nature gives you the vibe, and then you get the spirit of place that might want to come in as well. There might be earth energies, elementals, goddesses. Those energies might want to come into your reading too, and you're giving an opportunity. I know you're smiling when you're saying that, so I hope it's something that, that you like too.
I'm a green witch. I'm obsessed with getting my feet up grass, me. I'm always out there hugging trees and talking to flowers, and it makes me so happy. And capitalism tells us we've got to be busy, we've got to be not looking out there, we've got to be looking at a screen and hustling and earning the money, and that's the problem, I think.
It is. It's a big
society
pressure
in general.
And then people get into the status of all that. You think none of that really matters. We've got everything we need. It's to feel abundant, because otherwise you're in that mindset potentially of feeling that you never have enough. You have to get this, you have to get that. And I think that sounds like an almost very obvious thing to say, but I think it happens in a lot of subtle ways that we're not even aware of. We can't go on social media now without sales. Get this, you're not enough, you're not enough. There's that message coming through all the time. And actually we have so much. If you have your health as well and nature, and there's so much you can enjoy, and you decide that you're going to enjoy it, you decide that it's valuable. And keep the rest of that stuff. We know it's just whatever.
It's excellent ammo for writing poetry. I write poems a lot about capitalism, and I saw you.
I love writing. Poetry's been with me for a long time as well. Since I was a child, I've always loved writing poetry. Yeah, that's my sort of space as well. And I do get up and share it now and again. And I love reading other people's stuff. And so send me a poem. We should send each other poems.
Yeah, poem buddies.
Yeah.
I love it. The trauma that I experienced throughout my young adult life and my childhood, I use it now. Really strange that I needed it to be who I am now, and also accept it and value it, because I needed to go through it. It was bad at the time, but now look at all the flowers. It rained and now look at all the flowers.
Yeah, and that, I think it's becoming part of you as well, isn't it? Like, it becomes part of you. You don't just avoid it, or it's just that another you, another place. I think there's something that comes from that it definitely, it's a cliche, isn't it? Makes you stronger, but it gives you something that can be an unexpected gift that you then, work with. And that's a positive, isn't it, as well? And also, I think there's a gratitude that can come with that you've been through something that's really, really traumatic and dark. And now you can appreciate the small things, the very small things, just waking up and stretching and not feeling any pain in your body, or like seeing a snowdrop pop through, like the first one in the garden, or it could be anything. The taste of the first drink of the day. Any of that, and that becomes more important than all of the other chatter, doesn't it? It's appreciation, I guess. Oh God, I'm getting a teeny little soapbox is coming out.
It's like a Bellwitch bingo. I've always got to mention how much I hate capitalism.
Good on you.
Oh, I'm running out of time and I've got so much I wanted to ask you. You've been such a fabulous guest. Mountains of knowledge and insights into tarot. If you were a card, what tarot card would you be?
Queen of Wands.
Easy.
Queen of Wands, yeah. The communicator, the writer. And she's got the cat on her lap. In my deck, she has the cat right on her lap, right by her heart. So that's me. And she also has red hair. So that's me. So, yeah. And she's the writer, the talker. And I think I'm still growing into her. I've been inspired by her. So part of me has embodied that, and there's still more to go. Who knows? So that's a kind of something that I hope is still evolving.
And it'll change, won't it? We do journey through the cards.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like I'm the Empress, and sometimes I feel like I'm Queen of Pentacles. I get there quite often. And my mum will be forever the Queen of Swords with her clouds that are like reflected off her cape. And
oh, beautiful. Well, I was thinking about your mum today as well, of course.
Yeah, she's on my mind, bless her. What do you think about oracle cards? Do you do any of that, or are you strictly tarot?
I do oracle cards. In fact, I created an oracle deck about 1.5 years ago called Earth Blessings Oracle Cards, which are beautiful pictures in nature, organised by seasons with a message on the card. The way it works for me is that I lay my tarot cards and then I'll sometimes bring in a few oracle cards on top, or at the end of a reading, if I'd like to give someone a particular message, because these oracle cards do have messages on them, and I will give them an oracle card and a message, and they'll take a photo of it to take away, or I'll send it to them if it's an online reading. So I see it as a supplement to tarot, but if I want to read with tarot because I like to go deep. And I love all the deep symbolism. But yeah, there's some great oracle decks out there. And it's whatever you like. Some people love oracle decks, or they just love angel. I say just is everything, isn't it? Their angel cards can be a way for some. And sometimes people start with oracle and angel cards and then they come into tarot. But some people find tarot, again, the thought of it a bit overwhelming. So it's whichever way you're led is fine. And some people, and I get this as well, I like doing things like divination with crystals and stone. When I divine on the beach, I use stones. We've always done this as people historically. We've always asked the gods for answers. Right back to the Druids and before, we've cast lots, cast stones. So it's however it works for you. But yeah, I do occasionally bring oracle cards into reading.
They're so different, aren't they? Like when people say, what's the difference? And I go, well, there's a huge difference to me. They're in such separate leagues.
Yeah.
It's behind me that they get confused because they work really differently.
Yeah, they do. Different energy, and it all depends on the creator as well. And it's often with oracle cards, you can do anything. There's a great freedom in that. You're not looking at 78 cards necessarily. Most oracles are not 78 on purpose so that they're not mistaken for tarot. They might be 44 because that's, say, the number of the angels for angels cards. They might have, that'd be 52 for the weeks of the year. There might be a special number. They might be in suits. They might not be in suits. They could go anywhere and have any theme. So that, I think there's a lot of creative freedom, and I can see why there's so many oracle decks around.
Yeah, and they're more accessible, I think, because they tend to
Yeah.
have written information on them as well.
Yeah.
I have lots of decks, all kinds of decks, every deck. I'm an absolute collector of books and decks. I've got nowhere to put them. I need to behave myself. So.
Oh no, don't behave yourself. Just keep getting more.
Plug yourself. Where can we find you?
I'm on Instagram at Liz Dean Tarot. I'm on TikTok, Liz Dean Tarot World, and Facebook, just Liz Dean. And my website is lizdean.info. So hopefully I'll be found through one of those channels. I mean, if you're meant to find me, you'll find me. So, yeah.
Can't believe I've never been to a tarot conference. That is a thing I need to get myself to.
UK Tarot Conference. It's October the 10th and 11th, I think, this year in London. It's fantastic. I've been going since about 2007, I think. 2008. A great range of speakers. I'm on as well. I'm presenting my Heart's Path Tarot deck there. So I'll be doing a shorter kind of presentation for about half an hour. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. So if you want to go crazy tarot, loads and loads of amazing decks to buy. You get to meet the authors, the readers, and the tarot artists as well. You get to meet your heroes. I've met some of my heroes at tarot conferences over the years, and it's been very exciting. So if anyone wants to do that, I think it's just uktarotconference.com. Be able to Google it. I think there's still a few tickets left.
Is it just one? Or is there all over the country? Is it just one?
Well, there is one in York that's coming up this month, I think, which is TABI, Tarot Association of the British Isles. They're having their York conference. There has been a new conference started in Glasgow, organised by Marion Kirk, which I think was April. So that Tarot Rebels, I think that's called something. Tarot Rebellion. Apologies, I haven't got that right. So I think that's going to happen next year in February. So there's a few more kind of coming up. And then there's the international ones as well. So tarot conferences, always great fun. I think it's been going for 23 years now, 22, 23 years or something. Any opportunities to go and gather with other psychics. It's just like, just imagine the energy in a room when you've got like 20 card readers, psychics, mediums, readers. It's like it could blow the roof off. The vibe is just extraordinary. Yeah. And they have a bookstall as well, Atlantic Books in London. They come and they have a stall, and then you have other stall holders, which are sometimes independent creators as well. Yeah, come and see me there.
Oh, it'd be good. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we sign off?
If you'd like to pre-order my tarot, the Heart's Path Tarot, published by the amazing Hay House, please, I'll put the link in the comments. You can check it out on my website as well, lizdean.info. If it's right for you, you'll find it. And I just want to say a big thank you to you for having the time, sparing the time just to have a chat, because I love talking about this, about witchery, tarot, divination, nature, all of it. It's such a great opportunity to be able to exchange and share. So thank you so much for having me on your great show.
You're so welcome. And you'll have to come back on and talk about witching and divining.
Oh, yes.
Because you're a fabulous guest. There'll be no editing here, I tell you. One last thing before you go. Have you got any advice for anybody looking for a deck or isn't feeling like they're capable of reading? What would you say to them?
What I'd say is you have to go online, or if you've got a local spiritual store, please go there and support them. Look at the decks. Believe me, it's not you if you feel blocked. It's the deck. Go and find a deck that you love, that speaks to you and that your body responds to, not your mind thinking, oh, that I've got some decks that are beautiful, right? They are like stunning. They're like paintings. I have them because I like them. I can't read with them. Find a deck you can read with and just go, and just say, imagine you're 5 years old. You go, I like the picture, right? That's what you're looking for. Instant response, I like that picture. Buy it, attune to it. So sleep with it under your pillow, touch the cards. Just look at them, make a connection, be curious. That's all you need to do. And then the rest will come. I've had people come to me for teaching who come with decks that they just didn't like, and they said, oh, well, I can't do it. I said, do you like this deck? Oh, I don't know. Here's another one. An hour later, they're reading. So it's in us all. It's in everyone. Go find your deck.
You have been listening to the Bell Witch podcast, created with love and magic by me, Swailes, the Friendly Green Witch. Big thank you to my lovely guest, for this episode. And thank you to you, dear listener, for choosing the Bell Witch podcast to fill your ears. If you have a witch business, an independent podcast, a witchy topic you'd like me to talk about, or a trailer you'd like me to play, reach me on the Bell Witch podcast at yahoo.com. I love to hear from you, and I love to support you, and I love to celebrate other witch businesses, because there indeed is magic in sharing audiences amongst podcasts and other spiritual businesses. If you would like to show the Bell Witch podcast some love, you can leave ratings and reviews wherever you listen to your podcasts, as those stars really do help the show to shine. Join the Bell Witch podcast on Patreon for bonus content, early access and behind the scene videos. Until next time, stay magical, witches.